Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for this live presentation. I'm just kind of reorganizing and getting the camera where I want it to be here real quick. After that, we're going to be doing 5 minutes of Reiki, followed by time doing card pulling. Am I a little distracted? Maybe just to start. All right, so for the Reiki, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the intention for whatever is going to benefit each of you the most. And so if you guys have something more specific you would like the Reiki to focus on, feel free to go ahead and adjust that intention for yourself. I do ask that you keep the intention for yourself, whatever you adjust it to. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so we're starting Reiki at 12 after the hour. That means we're going to finish it up at 17 after the hour. Hello there, Gabby. Welcome, welcome. Ashika, hello, hello. Diane, welcome. Glad y'all are here. We're just getting started with the Reiki right now. We've got already just 4 minutes left to go. Socialista, I haven't seen you in a live in a long time. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Adam Weber, welcome, welcome. Is this your first time in the live? First or second time, I think. Right now, what we're doing, guys, is we're doing Reiki. We've got 4 more minutes of Reiki. I have it set for whatever is for your highest and best good. If you have something more specific you would like the Reiki to work on for you, then please go ahead and adjust that intention. Yay! All right, so we already do have a lot of Reiki going out to base chakra and to sacral chakra, and solar plexus is what's actually being highlighted. Base chakra has to do with things that make us feel secure. So home, family, relationships, job, assets, things like that. Sacral chakra has to do with how things feel to us, smell to us, look to us, sound to us. You know, are they pleasant? Are they not pleasant? Gets us more perspective on that. And then the solar plexus has to do with how we express ourselves. What kind of clothes do we wear? What kind of posture do we have? What kind of language do we use? What kind of tone of voice do we use? What type of work do we do? What type of creative outlets do we make use of? All of that good stuff. So a lot of stuff happening. A lot of stuff happening. Thank you, whoever gave me that thumbs up right off the bat. I do appreciate it. We've still got 3 more minutes left of Reiki. Guys, don't forget also share this video around, because the more people I help, the happier I am. It is my purpose to die making the biggest ripple effect possible on the world in a positive way. In a positive way. 2 more minutes of Reiki. What's everybody using your Reiki for today, actually? Curiosity has got the cat. Da, 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 da. Don't all speak at once now. Highest and best for you. Yay. I like that. It's kind of like getting an elephant bag at a festival. I don't know if you had those where you grew up, but where I grew up, we had elephant grab bags at some of the fairs and festivals that would happen around town, and you would pay so much to grab a brown lunch-sized paper bag, and it could have any kind of toy in there. It could have a noisemaker. It could have a little plastic figurine. You never knew. Lighten up depression. So for a higher level of energy, a little more happiness. Sunflower. Hello, hello. Re-energize after the workday. There you go. There you go. You know what I noticed whenever I used to work at like a normal job. It was always funny. And this was true for myself just as much as anybody else. I could be so tired and draggy right up until I got in my car to leave the workplace. Then I would have energy. I could do all kinds of things for whatever is best for you. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up the Reiki real quick. We've already had 5 minutes of that. And let's move forward. So you guys tell me if you want a message from Spirit or if you have a specific question, put it in the chat. I'm going to clear some cards and then we are going to jump into doing some card reading. Don't forget to share this video with others so that I can be helpful to a lot of people. A lot of people. Also, guys, whenever we start doing messages, remember that piggyback messages are a thing. And so if I'm bringing through a message for somebody and you notice that that message is resonating for you as well, make good use of that message in your life. Be productive with it. If you don't feel like it's resonating, please don't try to run it over, scrunch it, stick it in the dryer, stretch it, wash it, or anything else to make it fit. Just sit back, kick your feet up on the coffee table, and let whoever needs to hear that message, and see if the next one's for you. Adam, didn't I meet you in the store? At a For Heaven's Sake store not that long ago? Am I thinking right? I thought so. Die Hard Hexagon. It's been a while since I've seen you. How are you, honey bunny? Glad to hear that you're well. I am fantastic, thank you. Alive and breathing, which means I have all kinds of opportunities about what I want to do with my day. How could I be anything but fabulous? Yay. Okay, guys. Time for me to start taking names and doing readings. Okay, let's see. Where did we start? Okay, Sunflower. Message from Spirit. You're going to be number 1 on our list here. Diane. Message from Spirit. You're going to be number 2. Diane. Those of you who don't know what's going on in this room, well, you're just SOL because I forgot to put it in the description box today. Let's see. If you would like to have a message from Spirit, which I am talking about Sacred Spirit, that is something that is very random, where I just let Spirit pick the topic. So we look at what Spirit wants to talk about, and then we look at best advice or a heads up for you on whatever that topic is. If they have a question, you can put that in the chat, and that just needs to be a very specific question when you do that. Or if you need help with the affirmation so that you can manifest something, I'm happy to do that as well. So, Socialista wants a message from Spirit. You're number 3. Number 4. Adam Weber, message from Spirit. Number 5. For those of you who watch me on TikTok, this is a little bit more in-depth than what I do on TikTok for the people who come in the room. Die Hard, message from Spirit. And number 6 is going to be Nikki. Hey, hey, hey. Waiting for the results already, are you, Nikki? Okay. Nikki, glad you're here. Okay. Will she pass all her subjects for the 7th semester? Well, you should be getting pretty close to done, right? One more semester after this. You're quite welcome, Socialista. Okay, so we've got 6 people in line. Let's get going. We've got 4 thumbs ups on the board. According to YouTube, there's 5 people in the room, but I have noticed that YouTube does not always tell the truth about how many people are in the room. There's been 0 people in the room, and people have been talking to me, so I don't always trust that count. All right, Sunflower. We're starting with you, my dear. Are you still in the room, Miss Sunflower? Sunflower. In the batter's box is Diane. Sunflower is here. Okay. Here we go. Gosh, I feel like it's been forever since I've used this deck. It's been maybe a week or 2, maybe. All right. Sunflower, sunflower, sunflower. What do we have for you? Okay. 8 of Swords showing up in reverse, covered by 10 of Swords also in reverse. Okay. So 8 of Swords and a 10 of Swords in reverse. What do we have? 2, 2, 2, 2. Oh, this is actually pretty good. So this is telling me that you had, where do I want to start? You had a situation that you thought was done and taken care of that showed back up for you to really put it to bed. And for a while there, you were really overthinking, how do I actually do that? And you were having a hard time finding that solution. Maybe you still are having a hard time finding that solution. So you want to really put this thing to bed and let this not keep coming up. And whatever this thing is, it's a source of tension or debate that's been going for a while. So let's look at best advice for you. Best advice shows up as the Fool, followed by the 9 of Swords, followed by the Ace of Cups. Yeah, baby. Okay, so the Fool is my leap of faith card. It talks about making new beginnings, not knowing exactly where they're going to take you, but knowing that you just feel that that's the right thing to do. Here's the thing. I think this new beginning that you're really feeling, I think it's bringing you a lot of stress. You're just kind of questioning everything about it. And how is this all going to work out? Well, that's the whole key to a leap of faith. It's a leap of faith. So if you're really knowing that this is the right thing for you to do, part of the leap of faith is trusting that Spirit's going to show you the next step and the next step and the next step if you stay tapped in. But with a leap of faith, we don't have the full big picture. We don't have the route planned. We just know where Spirit is showing us to go. And so when we follow that, that honors Sacred Spirit. That says, okay, you said it. I'm going to do it. I'm listening to you. And then Sacred Spirit honors that in return. As long as you stay tapped into what it feels like, what feels right for you, Spirit keeps opening up those doors and giving you those opportunities to keep making those steps forward and forward and forward. Okay, but right now I see you really stressed out because all you can see is that first step, and it kind of looks like you might be falling off the cliff there because you don't know what's next. So really, you want to quit stressing out about it, and you want to shift your focus. You want to start focusing on the things that you like with this Ace of Cups. What are the things that you like to do? What are the things you enjoy? What are the things that make your eyes bright? That's what you want to focus on. Okay? So that is how you bring this thing to an end. So it looks to me like you're probably considering, do I go back to doing this thing I'm not very thrilled about, but it does have some benefits even though I'm not very thrilled about it? Or do I make this total leap of faith and follow something that I actually love, but I don't know how it's going to work out? Spirit is saying, follow that leap of faith and stay very focused on what it is you love. Okay? That's what you've got, Sunflower. I hope it makes sense for you. Next up is Diane. Diane, are you in the room? In the batter's box now is Socialista. After Socialista is Adam, then Diehard Hexagon, and then Nikki. Quite welcome, Sunflower. Okay, Diane, let's see what we come up with for you. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da. Oh, and by the way, super chats and super stickers or whatever they are never required, but of course, always appreciated. Diane, here we go, here we go, here we go. Wow, your answer is all majors. That's trippy. All right, so here is your situation, Diane. Woohoo. 8 of Wands showing up in reverse, covered by the Empress. I really want to feel into this before I start talking. Yeah. Okay, so Diane, I feel like this is really talking about you, and it's talking about the idea of your creative self, just kind of sort of having, you're blocked in your ideas and your plans. You're blocked in what you want to do as far as creatively right now. That 8 of Wands talks about slow communication coming in. In this case, I think that's slow communication from your inner self to your tangible self that can make it into a reality. We've got the Empress. The Empress manifests the things that she loves. She's very creative. But with that 8 of Wands, I think that, man, you're just having a hard time getting the ideas to really flow. And I think that's unusual for you. I think usually you've got more ideas than you know what to do with, just not right now. All right, let's look at best advice or your heads up around this. We have the Devil in reverse. That could be our blockage right there. We've got the High Priestess. And we have the Lovers. Okay, so here's the thing. Here is the thing. When we have the Devil coming up, that's talking about the idea of you facing some type of fear. Okay? And so when he comes up in reverse, just means your advice is whatever this fear is that's sort of blocking that creative output for you, you want to face this fear and you want to start looking at, okay, well, is this fear a rational fear? And what would be the worst case scenario of this fear? And then if the worst case scenario happened, what would I do about it? And then about that point is where you realize, well, the sky isn't going to fall. The earth isn't going to fall out from under my feet. I actually would have a plan. And it might not be my favorite thing, but life would still go on. I could still work with that. And about that time, that fear is no longer something that shuts you down or paralyzes you anymore because you know there's a plan. Okay? So, High Priestess coming up. This basically tells me that this takes some self-work for you. This is basically what you're doing is you're going in and deactivating a trigger. So time to really literally face that fear and recognize it for what it is and recognize that it's not really based in reality, because in reality you could do something about it. No biggie. And then with the Lovers card, I really don't think this talks about a partnership with another person here. I think this talks about that is what, facing that fear and really facing it down is what brings that creative self back to you, so you can start expressing yourself creatively again. And you're not separated, creative self from acting self. Okay? I hope that makes sense for you, Ms. Diane. All right, next up is Socialista. In the batter's box now is Adam Weber. After that is going to be Die Hard Hexagon, then Nikki. Socialista, are you here? Does it make sense for you, my dear? Socialista. Yes, there she is. Okay. All right, Socialista. Yay, awesome. So what's the big fear that has you shutting down? Maybe we can help you with that while we're here. Socialista. Socialista. Why are you talking about food? You got to talk about food in here. Now you're making us all hungry and you're giving us all cravings. That's definitely a biggie. I actually recently just saw a video about healing sight. Hang on. Or at least improving it. Maybe I can find it for you. Give me a second, guys. It was in my subscription feed. All right, where is it? Okay, this is the channel. Let me search videos. It was only a few days ago, so it should not be too hard to find. Da-da-da-da. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think it should not be too hard to find. Hang on. We're going to get serious now. Okay, so here's what you want to look for. Let's see. Can I copy that? Probably won't let me share it with you guys. Oh, be quiet. That's not what I want. I probably can share this, though. Okay, so look up this title, and that'll help give you some ideas about things that you can do whenever it comes to eyesight. And this guy is kind of amazing. I've been watching him for a while. See, we're still talking about food, Socialista, after everything I said. Really? Really? All right, Socialista, let's look at your situation. Oh, this is trippy. I just now realized what cards came down. You're quite welcome. Okay, so 8 of Swords, right side up, and 10 of Swords, right side up. Okay, so even though they're the same cards in a different direction, we do have a completely different situation showing up for you. All right. No, it's not Dr. Medalla. It's Vishen Lakhani. All right, so, excuse me, 8 of Swords with the 10 of Swords is telling me that there's some type of ending that you have made or that you are wanting to make, and you're really overthinking it. And I feel like what you're overthinking is the consequences of actually making this ending, Socialista. Okay. Now, best advice here. 6 of Swords. Page of Swords in reverse. Page of Wands in reverse. All right, this has to do with a person, I'm going to tell you right now. 6 of Swords to me talks about going into a place, not necessarily a geographical place, but, you know, at least a headspace of calm, peacefulness, getting away from drama and chaos. Okay, so that's your first advice, is to go towards the calm, go towards the peacefulness, float away from that drama and chaos. Nobody needs it. All right, then we've got that Page of Swords in reverse. This is saying, do your homework. Find the information that you need to find to be able to get into that peacefulness. Okay, do your due diligence. Getting away from whatever's causing you this drama and this upset. Do your due diligence as you get into that peaceful place. Once you have done your research about the situation that was causing you chaos, that you've been thinking about letting go, this is basically advice to let it go. When you're going away from the drama and the chaos into peacefulness, you're letting this situation go. And then do your education about what that situation was really about. Because a lot of times, as long as we're in the forest, you know, we can't see the forest because we're seeing all the trees. So you need to get out of that forest so you can actually see what was going on in those trees there. And then with the Page of Wands in reverse, this is saying, you know, once you've done your due diligence, you've done your education on this thing, you're not going to have any problems telling this other person, you know what, I just don't have the energy to participate in your stuff. Sorry. Okay. Ashika, there is a list. Illumini, love and light. Oh, New Zealand, welcome. What time is it? Can't talk. What time is it in New Zealand? Thank you guys for all the thumbs ups. I appreciate that. All right, let's see. That was Socialista. Does that make sense for you? Actually, I'm going to work through this list and then I'll start a new list. And when I start the new one, then I'll be not adding names till I get around to the new one, okay? There'll be plenty of time though, because I'm still going to be here for 31 more minutes and I've only got 3 more people on the list. 3:40 in the afternoon. Woohoo! So where I am right now, it is 9:40 in the evening on Wednesday. All right, let's see here. Adam Weber, are you still in the room? And then in the batter's box is Die Hard Hexagon, and after that is Nikki. You're quite welcome, quite welcome. All right, Mr. Adam, let's see what comes up for you, my dear. Okay, Adam. Here's your situation. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. The World right side up. Ace of Pentacles to me talks about giving a gift or giving somebody a second chance, okay? I'm kind of cheating because I'm looking forward at your next cards too. I'm going to say this is about giving somebody a second chance. Does not have to be romantically. We kind of automatically in our minds go straight to romance usually whenever something like that comes up in the tarot, but it doesn't have to be romance. But I do think you're giving somebody a second chance, and I think you're giving somebody a second chance because you see them as ideal for whatever position you're giving them a second chance at. So this could be a friend that did something that really had you upset and had you pull away. This could be a romantic situation. This could be a second chance for an employee or for a family member. So anyway, giving somebody a second chance because you feel like they're ideal for whatever position you would like to have them in your life. Okay? Now, best advice around this. Or heads up. Four of Swords showing up in reverse. Two of Cups showing up in reverse. And the Six of Cups. I'm going to tell you. Well, I guess I'll wait till I get to the card. Four of Swords in reverse talks to me about the idea that you guys have taken time apart. Whoever this is you're giving the second chance to, you're taking time apart. Well, that's kind of implied by the idea that you're giving them a second chance. So we're really sort of getting almost a redundant message here. Okay, you guys have taken time apart. You've taken some time to get more objective about whatever this situation is. All right, here's the thing. I think that it looks like you guys no longer are interested in each other. You're no longer really attracted to spending any time together and all of that. Here's what I was going to say earlier, and I'm going to say it now. With this cup, this feels like a lie to me. Okay? This feels like you're telling the world, yeah, that person really is not that important to me. Not that interested in that person. I don't see the stalker card here. There might not have been room for a stalker card here with just 3 cards. But I really have the strong impression that that's not true. You're still into this person. I feel like this person is still into you. They're probably playing the same game of, no, just I really don't have time to talk to that person. I don't have time to interact with them, whatever. Trying to act like everything is cool just the way it is, with you guys being at a distance from each other or separated from each other in whatever way that is. Now. Six of Cups, baby. Six of Cups talks about you guys have very positive memories of each other. Okay? And so if this is advice or heads up, I think we're mostly looking at heads up here. So here's the thing. If the heads up is that you guys took a break and you guys have been pretending not to really be into each other anymore, now with that Six of Cups, somebody's coming back. Whether you're coming back and saying, hey, would you like to get a cup of coffee? Would you like to talk? Whatever. Or they are. Your heads up is you guys are going to have an opportunity to reconnect if you want to. Now, like I said, with these 3 cards, I'm not sure if that's you creating that opportunity or if it's the other person creating that opportunity. And of course, if you want to know more, we can always, you can always schedule an actual reading with me, or you can schedule a 1-question. You can order a 1-question reading from my website. Either way. If you want to know who's going to be making the first move here. But you're giving somebody a second chance with that first card. That really doesn't tell me either which one is making the move. I was trying to look and see. Because you can contact somebody and offer a second chance, or you can have somebody contact you and you give them a second chance after they offer one. So I hope that makes sense for you, Mr. Adam. Next up, Die Hard Hexagon. Are you still in the room, my dear? Thank you. I got another thumbs up there. I appreciate that. And then in the batter's box is Nikki. After that, we're going to take some more names. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. What song is that from? Okay, so Nikki wants to know, will she pass all her subjects for the 7th semester? Will she pass all her subjects for the 7th semester? Ooh, we had some cards flop for you, honey bunny. Did it make sense for you, Adam? I would say that you will. So I'll tell you why. You've got the Moon card in reverse, the Tower card in reverse. By the way, we like these cards in reverse. The 8 of Coins. Kind of confused? Then it probably hasn't happened just yet. When it does, you're going to be going, that's what Amista was talking about. When it does, I want you to come back and tell me. I probably wouldn't even remember what I told you, but I want to know when it happens. All right, 2 of Wands in reverse. And the 9 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so the Moon showing up in reverse talks to me about the truth coming to the surface. So in the context of tests, this really talks about you're able to actually bring the truth that you learned out and put it up on paper. So we like that. All right. Tower in reverse tells me that you might have been kind of on the edge of passing with at least one of these grades, and that you're able to pull this off maybe by the skin of your teeth on at least one of these classes. Okay, maybe more, but at least one with that Tower card showing up in reverse. So Tower in reverse is not a bad card. It's actually a recovery card. It's a survive and thrive card. So it's not a bad card. It's a good one when it shows up in reverse. 8 of Pentacles tells me that you've put a lot of work into this. And with the 2 of Wands, I think you felt like you had no choice but to put a lot of work into this. And the 9 of Swords in reverse basically says that once you get all these results, you're going to quit stressing out. But I think even with my reading, you're still going to be stressing out until you get all these results. Right? Today has been a day for that, Adam. I had a reading that came into the store today that just about, other than the verification process, everything that came up was future stuff. So they were kind of looking at me like, I don't know exactly. I'm like, well, you will. You will. Sometimes Spirit does give us a heads up ahead of time so that we can know how to handle a situation when it shows up. All right, let's look at Nikki. Nikki, are you in the room? After Nikki, we're going to make a new list. All right. Here we go. Ms. Nikki. The first card just flopped. I like it. How'd you do on your quiz, Aishika? Okay, Nikki, I got to tell you something that you're not going to want to hear, honey bunny. Okay-ish. Is that like okay, give or take? Maybe it was bad, maybe it was good. I just don't know. That's what it sounds like to me. Man, I sound like a mom, don't I? So far, you don't even have a place on the list. So that might not be wise. And that wouldn't be fair to other people either. All right, so let's see here. Nikki, you've got the star showing up for your situation. Covered by the devil. Yummy. The devil's kind of hot, isn't he? Just saying. All right, so here's the thing. The devil is also kind of toxic, hot or not, toxic as can be. All right. So with the star covered by the devil, this is telling me that you're hoping for something to either continue or something to improve in a toxic situation. Well, with another person who is toxic. Because when you've got a situation with a toxic person, the whole situation becomes toxic. We never remain untouched when we're interacting with a toxic person. It contaminates us. Okay? It taints our energy. All right, so you are very hopeful about this situation. I think you're hopeful that this situation will continue. That's what I think. So, here's best advice from Spirit, Miss Nikki. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Wands. Three of Pentacles in reverse. All right, so here's the thing. Two of Pentacles in reverse is telling me that this toxic person distracts you from the things that you really need to be actually focused on in your life right now. Okay, they come in and this person comes in and offers distraction. All right. Peace out, Adam. Have a good night, honey. Thank you for being here. All right, so with that next card being the Seven of Wands, well, first let me back up. With that Two of Pentacles, this says that this toxic person is a distraction, keeps you from doing what you really should be focused on, or, what makes you the happiest, basically. And so with it coming up in reverse, it says, it's time to drop that distraction. Drop it like a hot potato. Okay? Did you ask a question? Oh, yeah, and I already gave you your answer, didn't I? Well, now you're getting a message from Spirit because it's on the table. Bonus, lucky you. And then I'm going to make my list. Jeez, gotta watch me. Now, with this Seven of Wands, this talks about keeping your boundaries, setting boundaries and keeping your boundaries. So only interacting with this person at whatever level is comfortable for you. And Three of Pentacles following it in reverse means don't be collaborating with this person anymore. That's your best advice. Stay away from collaborating with this person. Stick to those boundaries. You already left that person, so this is basically saying stick with that. Don't change that decision. You did right. All right, so Aishika, are you still in the room now? Anybody else want to be on the list? Okay, so Aishika is going to be first on the list. I'm not even sure if there's anybody else in the room, honestly. Okay. Yep, I think you're right, Ms. Nikki. You can go back and replay it. Okay, Sanat and Aishika. I'm just going to do a basic relationship read because that's what Spirit's putting in my head to do. First, we're going to look at how Sanat feels on the left. Then we're going to look how you feel on the right. And then we're going to look at what the relationship is like with these two combined energies collaborating. No, you only get one time on the list, honey bunny. Ba-ba-da-da-da. Ba-ba-da. But if you have another question that you want answered, I do have one question readings that you can purchase on my website if you want to do that. Die Hard, I did not skip you. I've got a check mark by your name. Did I really skip you? Or are you just messing with me? You know what? I'll pull cards on it later on and tell if you're messing with me or not. Right now, let me focus on Ashika and Sanat. So, Sanat, did I really? Okay. Dang it. All right, well, yes, you definitely can be back on the list. Sorry about that. So I gave Nikki two readings, and I skipped you. I did not. I remember talking to you. I remember saying something. Oh, I read her question when I was trying to do yours. I got confused there. Okay. All right, that's what happened. Okay, guys, you got to watch me. All right, so Ashika, here we go. Okay, so we've got a Page of Pentacles showing up on Sanat's side, followed by an Emperor, followed by a King of Swords in reverse. Page of Pentacles basically means that he is verbalizing that he wants to put some type of energy and effort into the relationship with you. A page is also a pretty young card, so this is just a message. It's not necessarily any action behind it. He could be saying, hey, I would like to get to know you better. You would know actually what he's saying, but he's giving you some kind of message that he's willing to put in some type of effort here. So right now, all we have is lip service. We don't have action just yet. But we also have the Emperor showing up behind that. Now, the Emperor, the Emperor likes to be the leader. They like to be in charge. So he's probably going to be somebody who wants to sort of set the tone and set the pace for whatever type of relationship that you have going. Also, the Emperor, the difference between an emperor and a king is that a king inherits his kingdom. An emperor wins his kingdom by battle. He's into the conquests. Conquests are very exciting for an emperor. Okay? So, being a little bit of a challenge is a good thing with this guy. Okay? If it's too easy, then he feels like he doesn't really get attached very easily if it's too easy and things happen fast, fast, fast. Although he will push for things to happen fast, fast, fast. So it's going to be like a push and pull there. Now, the other thing that we have coming up is King of Swords in reverse, which basically tells me that he's catching some feelings for you, but he's not very comfortable with the idea that he's catching some feelings for you, at least not yet. And that can make him act in ways that don't necessarily seem totally rational. Okay? Now, Ishika, where are you with this? Wow. All right, so you don't necessarily see him as a friend, or if he's a friend, I would say you find him a little bit annoying, to be honest. And you pretty much see him as making rash decisions. You think that he doesn't think things through before he moves forward with them, which if he's a true emperor, he probably doesn't, because that's the sign of Aries, and Aries can be very rash. And then we have the devil showing up in reverse. You can feel like he's a little toxic. You're feeling like this is kind of a toxic situation. See, you're in a way different place than him. You're in a way different place than him. Okay, so let's look at the relationship itself with your two energies. First of all, I've got a 9 of Swords shown up in reverse, followed by the Sun, followed by the 6 of Wands. So that tells me that you guys can relax around each other. So we like that. And with the Sun card, you guys have some things in common that you can do together that you really enjoy. And with the 6 of Wands, you both really appreciate each other. Isn't that interesting? You've got a lot of really pleasant stuff coming up as the relationship. Looks to me like you're a little bit afraid in spite of all that. And he kind of gets on your nerves. Is he too boring for you? Like, did you grow up with a lot of drama around you and this guy is just too boring for you? The only thing I really don't like on his side is this whole not being very comfortable with catching feelings for you. Your outlook on this relationship is completely different than his outlook, and it's completely different than what Spirit's putting on the board for what the relationship is. All right, well, no answer. I'm going to pick up these cards. And next we're going to move on to Die Hard. All right, Die Hard. Let's take a peek. And let's see. Die Hard, originally you wanted a message from Spirit. That's what we're going to do here for you. Die Hard, message from Spirit for Die Hard. No wonder I got confused and I did Nikki's choice. Okay, so Ashika, you want to be really careful about who you end up with. You want to make sure you end up in a healthy relationship. And when we grow up with a lot of drama, sometimes the people that we're attracted to, the ones that make us feel most comfortable, are the ones who bring the most drama to the table, even though it's not healthy. Gotcha. Even with that, though, I think he's got a better outlook on this relationship than what you do. He at least wants to put in some effort to pursue it a little further. I mean, you're just seeing this as totally toxic. And it looks to me like from those cards, there's really not anything toxic about that except for hesitation to actually admit about feelings. But for the most part, I mean, this looks like a really nice relationship, especially the cards between the two of you. But I totally understand, because if I am in a truly healthy relationship, I find myself getting bored because I grew up with a lot of drama. So when somebody actually like treats me nice consistently, I'm continuously questioning that. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's going on? Are you dying and you don't want to tell me? Am I dying and you don't want to tell me? Okay, Die Hard. Let's focus on Die Hard. Okay, diehard. Here we go. Your situation starts off with the Wheel of Fortune. Doesn't she look like she's just on top of the world there? Followed by, or covered by, Page of Pentacles in reverse. Here's the thing, diehard. I think that you were seeing something good and envisioning something good that you wanted to move forward with. Doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but it could be. And somebody that you wanted to move forward on this thing with as a collaborator, they've basically told you, no, I don't want to do this. They're not seeing all the good that you're seeing in this, or they're not feeling ready, something, but they're telling you that they don't want to do this. All right, so best advice. 9 of Pentacles in reverse, or heads up, by the way. 10 of Cups also in reverse. 2 of Swords in reverse. So the heads up is that this is really leaving you kind of confused. First of all, with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like you're really missing the idea of this person being in on this great idea with you. Okay? Hello there, Rosa. And with the 10 of Cups in reverse, it's telling me that you're not very happy about the idea that you're moving forward, without this person. All right? And then with the 2 of Swords, I've also got, because that's in reverse, that you're really confused about this situation and you're having a hard time making a decision about how you want to move forward. So you're basically looking at this situation, and I think that you're hoping that this other person will change their mind. And as long as you're thinking maybe that's a possibility, it's kind of keeping you paralyzed from moving forward. You're not making the decisions you need to make to take care of yourself. Okay? So that's basically a heads up, diehard, to be aware of how this is impacting you, and really to ask yourself, am I okay with that? Or do I want to make some adjustments so that that is not the case? All right. So that's what we've got for you, diehard. I hope that makes sense for you. Okay, Rosa. Here's the thing. You're going to have to figure out what you want here. Do you want a message from Spirit where Spirit picks the topic, or do you have a specific question? You're quite welcome, diehard. Does that make sense to you, honey bunny? Yo, mama. Tell me, honey bunny, do you want a message from Spirit where Spirit picks the topic, gives us the situation they want to talk about, and then gives you best advice or a heads up? Or do you have a specific question you would like me to look at tonight, honey bunny? I'm going to be here for about 2 more minutes. Okay, I'm glad that makes sense to you. Message from Spirit for Rosa. Okay. Okay, message from Spirit for Rosa. And then Yo Mama. Yo Mama, you're going to be the last message I do tonight. You guys' gifts are not required, but always appreciated. Ava is his dead name? What is going on here, Yo Mama? What exactly are you asking me here? Okay, Rosa, message from Spirit coming up for you, my dear. Rosa, Rosa. Okay, Rosa, for your situation, it looks like you have sort of detached from somebody, taken a break from a situation, and now it looks like you're ready to come back and talk about that situation with our Four of Swords in reverse plus our Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands talks about quick communication. Four of Swords in reverse talks about ending a break or ending some kind of distance between yourself and somebody else. So with that Eight of Wands, you're ending that because you want to talk to them about the situation. You want to get everything out on the table. Okay? Okay, so we're going to use the name that he goes by now. All right. Now let's look at your best advice or your heads up here, Miss Rosa. We have the World card showing up in reverse. We also have the Ace of Pentacles, and that is followed by the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so here's the thing. What I think you're coming back and what you're telling this person basically, or the best advice to tell them is that, you know, you guys are very close to what you would consider an ideal partnership. However, just not exactly. So real close. And basically, you're going to tell this person that the best thing that you can do for them with that Ace of Pentacles talks about giving a gift or receiving a gift. The best thing that you can do for them is to allow them to move forward and to date other people and try to find somebody who is actually more compatible for them. Okay. Hope that makes sense for you, Miss Rosa. All right, so yo mama. So we want to know how Morge feels about yo mama. You're quite welcome, quite welcome. Thank you for the rose, Rosa. All right, so how does Morge, I hope I'm saying that name right, feel about yo mama right now? That's just too hilarious, yo mama. I've got to have your first name. Otherwise, God only knows what kind of answer we're going to get from Spirit on that one. They could play. They have a good sense of humor. We could have all kinds of fun with that. So you got to tell me your first name, honey bunny. Luann. Okay. So how does Morge feel about Luann? What? No wonder you're asking me. This is confusing as it can be. All right, so Luann, here's what we've got. Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, Page of Wands in reverse, Five of Cups in reverse, Queen of Swords in reverse. What are we saying there, Kenneth? Let's see here. So here's the thing. I think that this person is incredibly confused. So no wonder you're confused. With the Ace of Wands and Ace of Cups, those are new beginnings. To have two new beginnings back to back in a spread is pretty unusual. So this tells me that you guys either haven't known each other very long, or else your relationship is just very recently kind of went through a new door. Okay? Now with the Ace of Wands, this tells me that Morge definitely has chemistry and attraction towards you. the Ace of Cups, he's starting to catch some feelings towards you. But with the Page of Wands, he is thinking that something that you have said has given him the impression that you don't really have anything like that going in his direction, that it's basically unrequited. With the Five of Cups showing up in reverse, he doesn't hold that against you. He doesn't blame you. It just kind of is what it is. And with the Queen of Swords in reverse, this talks about him just cutting off communication and cutting off contact, probably to protect his heart, because he's got the starts of feelings and the starts of chemistry towards you. Very interesting thing here. If you're interested in Morge, I would definitely let him know, because he is not thinking that you are, and he's thinking that's why he should not be talking to you. Sheena Marie, hello, hello. Thank you, thank you. Jetalyn again. Actually, I was just getting ready to wrap up. That was the last reading I'm doing here tonight. I've been here for a little over an hour. If you want to catch me over on TikTok, you're welcome to do that. I'm going to be moving over there here in a few minutes. And I appreciate all of you guys being here and all the thumbs ups and all the shares on this video. Thank you guys very, very much. Everyone have a fantastic evening. Peace out.